This comedy hype moment is sponsored by Current, the newest app in mobile banking. Yo, so you ever been in a situation where you needed your direct deposit a little sooner than usual? Well, with Current's Premium Black Card, the service helps users get their paychecks 2 days sooner. So for instance, if you're trying to catch that Thursday night show at the comedy club, but normally get paid on a Friday, Current can help with getting you your money by Wednesday. So that means you'll have no problem with the club's usual 2-item minimum, $20 parking, and food bill while catching your favorite comedian on stage on the night you were aiming for. The app comes with a Visa debit card that has no minimum balance and no overdraft or hidden fees. The service is currently available for the iPhone and Android users in the US. You can try Current right now for free to see if it's the right fit for you. Now, let's get into the interview.
You're doing comedy and somebody just stand up at your show and just stare into space. But what people don't know is this brother had just gotten out of prison. He was severely bipolar. He had been drinking and he hadn't been on his medicine. Like, okay, so that right there is a recipe for disaster.
Now talking about South Carolina, that was that one of the most attention you got in your career?
No, it wasn't, but it really helped my career, believe it or not. I managed to take a bad thing, and turn it into a good thing. And that's what we got to do. We get hit with unexpected bullshit. And, you know, as comics, we got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And it gave me a lot more notoriety. Of course, you know, I got a lot of attention from it. Mostly good, mostly sympathy, but I got some bad too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, anytime you get some ink on you, it's good. No matter, I don't care what you do. If they're talking about you, it's good. It doesn't matter.
For sure. So that night, what was it, a Sunday?
It was a Sunday. Damn, you good.
It was a Sunday. You go into the comedy club. I guess you performed the day before that.
The whole weekend.
Before that, you're performing, and the gentleman who ends up attacking or running up on stage, what is he doing in the audience?
Okay, I'm on stage doing a typical Steve Brown show. He is the guy that ran on stage. He is laughing his ass off. No words are exchanged, none of that. But what people don't know is this brother had just gotten out of prison. He was severely bipolar. He had been drinking and he hadn't been on his medicine. Like, okay, so that right there is a recipe for disaster. Okay, so during my show, he just stands up, start looking in space, just during my show. Now this is minutes after he's laughing his ass off, and then, you know, you funniest motherfucker. I was just laughing.
So he was laughing, noticeably laughing.
Laughing.
You noticed him laughing.
On the second row. I noticed him laughing. You know what I'm saying? So now he stands up. He stands up. Because we made eye contact several times. Because I like to make eye contact with my audience. Because I like to really engage. So he's laughing and all that. Next thing you know, he just stands up. So, you know, me being a comic, even if it was you're doing comedy, and somebody just stand up at your show and just stare into space, first thing I was like, my man, you okay? And I asked him again. He was standing there. He was just standing there. Then this girl came. I guess she thought she knew something was wrong, because she went and put her hand on his shoulder. When she did that, he turned around and socked the shit out of her. Started fighting. They started fighting. So I'm like, what the fuck, you know? So he's fighting everybody. So, because everybody think that he was just at me. He was fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? His family members and all that, right? So, but the cameras caught when he came on stage. I'm like, man, don't come up here, this and that. So he broke away, and the guy, one of the guys that worked in the club, he came on stage. He's like, man, we good. We got him. We gonna take him out and all this. Because I'm wondering, do I finish my set? Do I stop? You know, whatever.
Right. So this is before he even got on stage.
Before he even got on stage, right?
Somebody approached.
Right. Okay. So now they're walking him out, and he broke loose. Now they only had like one security guy, and he wasn't really security. Okay, this motherfucker got on Stacey Adams and everything. All right, so he break a loose, knocked this dude down. That's security. He didn't knock him out of one of his damn Stacey Adams. You know, I seen it. It was fuchsia. Okay, so he's approaching the stage. I'm like, this dude coming up here, man. So we got it. We good. So now he's on stage. When he gets on stage, the guy that was on stage with me, he throws up the deuces. You can see it on camera, and walks off. So now it's me and this guy on stage. So
wait, the security just clocked out.
Security was still down there, probably putting his shoes on. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But the guy's on stage with me now. So me, I work out, I box, all that shit. So now I get in my defensive position, and the guy, he's swinging. Okay, so now I'm slipping, and people think, you know, you ducking. No, it's called slipping when you move a little bit and make motherfuckers miss. All right, so now he's getting frustrated. So what he does, since he can't hit me, he picks up a mic stand and he tries to hit me with it. The base of the mic stand flies off, hit the wall, hit a lady in the back. Okay. So you getting people getting injured and all that shit. I think he hit me with the mic stand one time, and I got like a stitch on my arm. So now he's still swinging or whatever. He still can't hit me. Then he picks up a bar stool. Then he throws it at me. When he throws the bar stool at me and it hits me, he just like come back to himself and walk off stage like ain't nothing happened. Now when he walks off, that's when the two guys from the kitchen intervene. Now we got another problem because we got fries and hot wings and shit burning, and they ain't even back though. You know what I'm saying? So now we're just, you know, now they're taking me out. And then I think the security guy walks out with him. Okay, they walk out together. Okay. All of a sudden, this motherfucker come back in with his shirt off, but security don't even come back. So now they're holding him, and it kind of ends right there, you know. So, because at this point I'm like, okay, ain't nobody gonna break it up. Let's go and do this, you know. But now, you know, but
at one point, were you just about to just go straight up with him?
Dude, I was ready to go straight up with him anyway. But at the same time, you gotta look at it like, okay, if I hit this dude, am I going to get sued, or is the club gonna get sued? So I'm like, kind of protect my image and the image of the club. Right. But at the end of the day, I get thrown under the bus. That's how it happened, you know.
Right. Because
I get thrown under the bus because like their manager said, quote unquote, oh man, it's about to be a media storm, you know, because they didn't have any security. And everybody that saw the tape, the first thing they asked was, where's security? Right. And I was on stage with this guy probably over a minute. Right. And I look over his shoulder, thinking security gonna come. These motherfuckers is like this. That one dude just standing, just waiting.
Was he like an older dude or something?
He was old. I'm sure he was old. I'm sure the motherfucker had like two first names, Willie Earl or some shit like that. So, you know, yeah. Ernest or, you know, Johnny Ray.
He probably was like, I can't even do this.
Exactly. You knew he clocked out when he walked out behind the dude, and the dude came back in with his shirt off, but he didn't come back. He was like, let me just go and take my ass to the car. That type shit.
The aftermath of that, you know, I know that you have children.
Right.
You have a young daughter.
Mm-hmm. Two.
Like two young daughters. Did they get like nervous or scared when they saw this story? What was their reaction?
My wife kept it from them for a long time. But at the same time, my daughters know who I am. They know how I am. They know that I know how to protect myself. See, they're not really worried about me being out and somebody jumping on me or whatever, because they've actually been with me when I train. As a matter of fact, I had comics to actually boycott the club because of what happened to me. You know, you got the Sean Larkins, you got a whole lot of them, man, that really, you know, Chris Tucker even spoke out on. I mean, comics were really, you know, in my corner. And then you had a couple of sellouts, the Guy Tories, and a couple of more, you know, man, you know, I heard this, the club said this because they wanted to work the club. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what Guy.
Guy, when Tom Joyner interviewed me, you know, we got to the bottom. I told him exactly what happened. And Guy has this thing on Tom Joyner called Guy's Gripe. And he went on Guy's Gripe and said, yeah, man, we heard you started the fight and this and that and this and that. Now, dude, you a comic, and you seeing a comic getting assaulted on stage, and you call him out saying, yeah, man, you did it, and this and that and this and that, knowing that the majority of your show is about fucking with people in the audience. You see what I'm saying? So that really pissed me off with him. I mean, we had words about it, but, you know, we're cool now, but and, you know, you got to understand something. Sometimes, like I said, this is a business. This is a business. You don't really have friends. So in order for them to work that club, they got to go along with that club temporarily to get that date. So, of course, I'm going to get sold out and thrown under the bus so they can go and get their little money. I had a couple of comics to do that, you know, but it is what it is, because I look at it as a business. When you are good at what you do and people love you for it, People can't hold you back.
You can try Current right now. Check out the link below.